ক্লাস করছে। তার মানে পুরো ক্লাসের মধ্যে একজনকে আমি কি করলাম, ইন্সপায়ার করলাম ভাষা শেখার ক্ষেত্রে। তখন বলবে কি, ওর সাথে সাথে ও যখন আরো বেশি অ্যাটেন্টিভ হয়ে যাবে, সাথে সাথে অন্যরাও আরো বেশি অ্যাটেন্টিভ হবে। ভাষা শেখার ক্ষেত্রে such kind of incident is called stimuli. Stimuli is plural and singular is stimulus. ভাষায় হয়তো একটা ভুল করেছেন সেকেন্ড ভাষা শেখার ক্ষেত্রে, যদি টিচার বা ইনস্ট্রাক্টর বলে যে তুমি এই বানানটা পারো না, ইউ আর রিডিং ইন MA, বন্ধুরা দেখা গেল হেসে দিল, হা 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 হা। ওকে, সো স্টিমুলি শুধু টিচার ইনস্ট্রাক্টর না, ক্লাসমেটের কাছ থেকেও কি এই স্টিমুলি পাওয়া যায়। সো in behaviorist theory, stimuli or stimulus or motivation will be helping to learn the second language. So who proposed behaviorist theory? J.B. Watson and B.F. Skinner are the two principal originators of behaviorist approach of learning. When you will be discussing the behaviorist theory and the history of behaviorist theory, you have to mention this theory, that is in early 1950 decades, behaviorist theory came into discussion regarding the second language learning, and that is related to habit formation, and that is linkage to audiolingualism. In case of repetition, our second language learning procedure will be a habit formation and will be a part of behavior. And observing this, J.B. Watson and B.F. Skinner, they proposed that theory. That is, which that theory? That behaviorist learning theory. Watson believed that behavior resulted from a specific stimuli and elicited certain responses. Okay, so Watson said that actually without stimulus, some learner or many learner will not be inspired. Inspiration will be there, and after getting inspiration, the learner will try to do that repeatedly, and after doing those things repeatedly, that would be a part of the learner's behavior, and that is very much possible in case of second language learning and second language acquisition. That is Watson view, J.B. Watson. Okay, so who initiated the behaviorist theory? The behaviorist theory suggests that language is constructed through continuous exposure and positive reinforcement. Continuous exposure. In case of audiolingualism, 8 hours a day, 6 days in a week, and 4 weeks drill. প্রতিদিন হচ্ছে প্রতিদিন 8 ঘন্টা, এবং হলো সপ্তাহে কয় দিন? 6 দিন, এবং কয় সপ্তাহ? 4 সপ্তাহ। এবং 4 সপ্তাহ ড্রিলের মধ্যে কি হচ্ছে? The learner is exposed to the second language or the target language frequently. So the continuous exposure and articulated experiment, that is the continuous exposure and the positive reinforcement. When you will be exposed to the second language data, suppose a conversation, suppose a debate, suppose a drill, suppose a dialogue, anything, if you are exposed 8 hours a day, then to repetition and repetition, it will be a part of your behavior. That means constantly you are exposed to second language, and if you do it constantly, and if you are inspired by your friends and by your instructor, then yes, you can do, then that will be a part of your habit, that will be a part of your behavior. That is the key concept of behaviorist learning in SLA. Initiated by Pavlop, next time, through his experiment, the theory was articulated with higher affirmation by Skinner. So Pavlop, Skinner and Watson, these are the 3 persons related to behaviorist behaviorist theory in second language. And this is American psychologist, he is a psychologist, J.B. Watson, Russian psychologist Pavlov, and American psychologist Skinner. They initiated this term. Actually Russian psychologist has called, actually it will be conditioned. Condition, that means কি, কেউ যদি আপনার দিকে হাসে, দেখে তাকিয়ে আপনিও হাসবেন, কেউ যদি আপনার দিকে তাকায় কাঁদে, আপনিও কি কাঁদবেন। এই জন্য অনেক সময় আমরা অনেকে বলে যে আমি মৃত্যু বাড়িতে যাই না। কেন যান না? কারণ ওখানে কান্না দেখলে আমারও কান্না আসে। তো আরেকটা কথা আছে কি, ভাত ছিটালে কাকের অভাব হয়। কিন্তু রমনা পার্কে যেন ভাত দিয়ে যায় না, রমনা পার্কের কাকেরা কিন্তু ভাত খায়, এরা খায় পাউরুটি আর হাতে বানানো রুটি, কারণ এটা ভিআইপি কাক। তাহলে কি স্টিমুলাস উইল বি হিয়ার, অফ কোর্স देयर উইল বি অ্যান ইন্সপিরেশন, একটা ইন্সপিরেশন থাকতে হবে। এই দ্যাট রাশিয়ান সাইকোলজিস্ট বললো যে যদি আপনি কাউকে খাবার দেন তাহলে অবশ্যই তার মধ্যে একটা আগ্রহ তৈরি হবে। Okay, and that is the condition. What is the condition? If you give someone food, he will be helping you. If you give someone money, then he will be helping you, or he or she will be working for you. And so this is condition. What is the condition? Condition: if you give me money, I will help you. If you give me food, I will be helping you. That is called classical conditioning, and that was prescribed by Russian psychologist Pavlop. And he has done some experiment. We will say that. An American psychologist Skinner, and he has given the definition of operant condition. Operant conditioning is operant condition. Someone will be operated by someone else. Operate করা, কোনো কিছু চালনা করা। Okay, এবং কি চালনা করা, যেটা আমি বললাম যে operant conditioning, one condition will be, everybody please keep your mobile phone with that. Okay, so operated, someone will be operated by something else. Okay, so that is called operant condition. Okay, so you can say that yes, you have done a good job. That is a thing, that is an inspiration. That is what type of inspiration? Positive inspiration. Positive inspiration will inspire someone to do our things efficiently. And vice versa, negative thing or negative inspiration, you have done. So that negative things will dishearten the learner or dishearten any kind of learner, and negative things will get negative inspiration. Negative attitude towards the learner, and positive inspiration will inspire the learners positively. So positive thing will operate positive result, and negative inspiration will operate negative result, and that is called operant conditioning. And that is that definition was done by American psychologist B.F. Skinner. Okay, so these are the key components of behaviorist learning theory. Okay, so what are the, up to the end of 1960 years, the views of language learning were derived from a theory of learning in general. Okay, and that was, we have also talked that when after 1960 decades, especially in 1950, towards the beginning of when America involved in Second World War. At that time, America thought that their soldiers need to learn so many languages, and for this reason they invited 56 universities of America, and they said that you will propose a method of second language learning. Okay, and they proposed that audiolingualism, and putting audiolingualism as a way of learning second language. Next time so many research was done, and in this connection this behaviorist learning theory was prescribed by Watson, Pavlop and Skinner. Okay, so in case of second language learning, there are few studies of SLA based on the actual language and learner produced, and few attempts to examine the process of SLA especially. Okay, and in case of psychological school, that means two notions can be identified in case of behaviorist learning theory. What is the theory? That is one, habit, we have talked about that, and another kinds of, that is the error. So habit is an